It's Whitney. Welcome back to Web3 with Whitney. This is day 16, and today I'm going to talk about NFTs a bit and actually sign up for Opensea, or attempt to sign up for Opensea as I'm recording, start the process at the very least, because I've been curious about Opensea. I've been hearing so much about it, but haven't felt motivated to create an account or profile, whatever it's called over there, until today. So I'll explain why in a moment, but first, a few updates. So number one, in terms of this series, as I've talked about in every episode, I've had some tech difficulties, but I think I got to the bottom of it finally, and hopefully tomorrow they will be done with. It's definitely related to my internet, and I have to rig up the hardwire and without getting into all the details, the Wi-Fi box is kind of far away from where my desk is set up, and I don't want to move. So I ordered yesterday this really long Ethernet cable, and I'm going to plug in, and hopefully that'll get rid of any of the dropouts. So some of the platforms, specifically YouTube and Twitter, or not YouTube, YouTube and Facebook have been generally good. But Twitter, LinkedIn, and my Facebook page haven't been so great. I think also Twitch. And basically they break up my my recordings into different parts. So thank you for your patience once again, and hopefully tomorrow I can finally get that resolved. And now I have a lot of insight into helping other live streamers that go through all the troubleshooting that comes along with this. I also wanted to share a couple quick updates with you, and then we'll dive into the topic of Opensea and NFTs and all of that. So number one, of course, you can always go to whitneylauritsen.com/web3 to find anything related here, to request content, see previous episodes, listen to the podcast, and check out Rally and join me on my journey as I consider doing Discord. It just keeps going on the back burner, but I will definitely let you know when and if the Discord fully launches. And then if there are any free Wellcoin, as I mentioned yesterday, if you want some free Wellcoin, all you have to do is participate. You can send me a message, an email, you can leave a comment, be here in the live videos. I want to reward you for participating. I want to reward you for your interest. So just get involved in some way or another directly with me in a very inclusive and supportive and authentic way versus like a spammy comment or something. But I would be happy to send you some of the Wellcoin. And if you're brand new to the live stream and you haven't seen what the Wellcoin is, it's over on this platform called Rally. Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong link. Okay, hold on. Let me share the screen from down here. So the Wellcoin over at Rally is my social token. And there's so many benefits of this, as I've talked about in past videos, so I encourage you to go back and check those out. The other thing that I want to share today is I've been part of this wonderful live series on YouTube from Joseph Jaffe. It's called Joseph Jaffe Is Not Famous. And every Wednesday, he invites me to submit a wellness tip, and I centered around Web3 specifically. So today, February 2nd, my Wellness Wednesday clip came out. I think this is the third one I've done. I'm going to link to this in the comment section, and this is part of his episode called How CMOs Commit with Margaret Mallory, is that how you pronounce her? From Siegel and Gale. I don't know anything about Margaret, so I really want to check this out, and I encourage you to do that too. And Joseph is also on Rally. He's very involved in the crypto and Web3 world, so he's another great resource for you. The other thing, speaking of resources, is that starting this Friday, I am going to be taking an 8-week Web3 program that's all about a holistic framework on Web3, the principles, the histories, the present state of it. I'm so excited because I'll be able to share a lot more with you and better understand Web3. So hopefully better able to answer questions and dig in a lot deeper. And if you're curious about it, I want to share that resource for you in this educational platform, because they have a lot of amazing resources. It's called Kernel with a K, Kernel. It's a custom Web3 educational community. It's an open peer-to-peer lifelong network of awesome humans. And I am starting out. I guess they do like these phases and they bring in different people for the 8-week program. So I'm just absolutely thrilled, and I will keep you posted along that journey. And then I just want to share some quick news in the Web3 world before I dive into today's focus on Opensea and NFTs a little bit more. I try to read up at least on Twitter or Discord or newsletters on Web3 every day, and there are a couple of things that I found interesting in some newsletters. One is that the Alphabet CEO said their company is watching Web3 closely and definitely looking at blockchain. They're making efforts to integrate NFTs, like collectibles for special access, and commerce efforts on YouTube. So I think that's super interesting to see what YouTube is going to do with Web3. I mean, it's only a matter of time, right? Like, given that Web3 is becoming more and more important to people, and you're maybe watching on YouTube right now, I think we're going to see a lot of developments there, and I will keep you posted as I learn. But I think at the very least, we might see things like the Rally tokens. I don't know if Rally itself will be integrated with YouTube or YouTube will create their own. I wouldn't be surprised. And I think a lot of platforms are going to start having creator coins, social tokens integrated, and maybe creating different NFTs for access to things, as I'm going to talk about today too. So it's really fascinating to watch how that's all evolving. And speaking of events offering access, one thing I found fascinating and very well done is Coachella, the music festival. They started a partnership with a cryptocurrency exchange called FTX, and they made a official Coachella NFT marketplace and are releasing a series of Coachella collectibles. And I'm going to display this on my screen because I don't care that much about Coachella, to be honest. I like kind of watch from the sidelines. I haven't been. The closest I got to going to Coachella was going to Bonnaroo, which is kind of like the East Coast version, and it was amazing. I went to Bonnaroo in 2013, I think, almost 10 years ago, which is nuts, and it was such a cool time. So I imagine Coachella is very similar. I would probably go to Coachella, but it just seems like it's so much money and it's so chaotic, and especially that we're still in a pandemic. Not my thing. However, when I saw their NFTs and what they're working on, I thought this was really cool. So if you want to see my screen, you can go over to any platform aside from TikTok, because I can't share my screen on TikTok. But if you're watching on TikTok, go to Coachella's Twitter account and you can see this NFT. And it is lifetime festival passes, digital collectibles that you can redeem for physical items, and more. And I guess they're launching it this Friday, and that's just in 2 days. So it's Friday the 4th, I think. And if you go to their Twitter account, you can see like all their graphics, and it really looks cool. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. I don't think I would buy it. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but maybe I would. I didn't even click on it. You can also go to nft.coachella.com. I'm curious. Here's an opportunity to participate. Have you been to Coachella? Do you want to go to Coachella, and would you buy something like this? Let me know. And if you're just joining, anytime you participate on one of my live streams or send me a message after we watch the recording, I will send you some of my well coin, which means you're getting some free cryptocurrency. So let me know. Simple as that. What do you think of Coachella? Have you been? Do you want to go? Do you not like it? What's your reason? And I'm displaying on my screen over here. They have a whole page about their NFTs. They have art prints, I guess, photo books, digital collectibles. And this is kind of neat. A portion of their proceeds will be donated. They're giving it to Give Directly, Find Food Bank, and another company that I cannot pronounce, to be honest. And you can go on here and see more of what they're doing. It does look cool. I really have to say, I'm really impressed with this, and I think it's a neat example of what people are doing right now on with events. And this is the thing about NFTs, is that there's so much utility there. But it's fascinating, as I have very lightly scratched the surface of NFTs, and this leads me into what I want to talk about today. I have, I think, only bought one, but I've acquired a few for free, including one that just got minted today. And my very loose definition of minting is the process of basically acquiring the NFT. And I was sent one today because this influencer marketplace reached out to me months ago and offered to give me an NFT, and they encouraged me to talk about it. And this is way before I started this series. And I was like, I'll just see what happens. Like, there was no like major requirements. They just wanted people to help spread the word about their NFTs. And I was curious about it, and it's actually been a really neat process that's leading me to be more interested in platforms like Opensea. And I feel like it's a really great example of how just getting involved with one thing can help you step further into something that you're curious about that may be overwhelming to you. So I've mentioned before, my cryptocurrency journey started with me just buying a little bit of a coin that I heard people talking a lot about. It was Dogecoin. And even though it was very hyped up and like maybe not super valuable in the long run, it still got me into all of this. And that led me to where I am today. And this was about 6 or 7 months ago. So it was putting in a little bit of money to just get involved with something. And I'm seeing a lot of similarities with NFTs. And you can get a lot of free NFTs, as I've mentioned. I've received some through Rally. In fact, all of my NFTs up until this point, the one that I'm going to talk about today on Opensea, I've received on the Rally platform. So it's kind of fun to be finally outside of that interface. So what I received is, I'm going to share my screen. So sorry again, if you're watching on TikTok, you can't see this, but it's called, and actually, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's in, oh, hold on, I gotta take this text off my screen. It's called the Mempo, maybe it's Mempo collection. And it just launched today, February 2nd. I guess they minted through their whitelist yesterday, February 1st. And whitelisting is something that I hear so much about on in the NFT world. It's like maybe like a VIP terminology. I still need to learn more about it, but usually used in terms of Discord. And you can go into these Discord groups and join the whitelist, and you might get special access to things. And so I got put on the white. So with the profile pictures, I think this is like the really popular kind of common version of NFTs right now. And you might be thinking like, what's the point of this? Do I just want to display an NFT on my Twitter? And I think they're kind of cool in that sense, but I also like those, as I mentioned, that have more utility. So what's neat about Mempo is that it's an avatar which you can inhabit while streaming. Not something I'm probably going to do, but who knows? Anything can happen. And the Mempos act as a key that can be used to gain access to something called the House of Mempo, which is apparently a physical and digital house. Exactly what that means, I don't know yet. I'm going to find out. And, you know, their aim is, and this is where it comes more in alignment with me, is with Mempo, they're trying to push the boundaries of live streaming, content creation, and metaverse usability. And I think that's what got me most interested in trying it out. So they sent me one for free. And I can hold on to it. I think anybody who buys one of their NFTs can hold on and maybe get royalties. I don't know if that's available for everyone or just certain people based on the whitelist. That I'm a little confused about. And this is how some NFTs work. Like they have different tiers, I guess, for lack of better understanding. The other cool thing is that I read, and I hope is still true, because I think this is really neat, is at one point they said every Mempo NFT holder will get access to a 3D model of their Mempo and other assets. So that could be kind of neat, right? I guess you could use it to make video animations and toys and t-shirts. And this is what I'm trying to understand too, is like, since I'm the owner of a particular Mempo, which I can show you, by the way, I can put up on my screen, at least for those that are watching on, I always feel so bad for people watching on TikTok because I can't display my screen the way I can. So it kind of gives me some limitations, but what I am going to display right now is my exact Mempo that I got today. It took up the entire screen. I did not expect it. So I kind of feel like I should give it a name. This is another way you could participate. What should I name this Mempo? If you're watching over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and you can see what I'm talking about here. I kind of feel like I want to give this this, I wanted to call it a guy, but I'm trying not to put a gender on it. So I'll just call it a mempo. It'll not have a gender. I would love for maybe a vote on what I should call it. So that leads me over to Opensea. Of course, Mempo has an Opensea account, as many NFTs do, and I have not signed up for Opensea because I haven't had a reason to. So you can go over to the House of Mempo's Opensea account, which I think you can still buy some. They have, let's see, 1,153 NFTs available. And let's see, if you go over to the section of Opensea and click buy now, it'll probably display all of those that are available. And they're kind of neat. Actually, oh wait, it doesn't say immediately how many are available here. 60? 60 out of that over 1,000 that they minted are available, and they come in all these different colors. I was a little disappointed that I got a black one. I didn't get to pick which one I got. So I was like, all right. But that's fine. I'll take what I can get. Beggars can't be choosers, right? But I could go buy another one, so who knows? Maybe I will in the future. There's 584 owners of the Mempos, including me right now. And what's cool is that I can show you mine over here. And this is what inspired me to sign up for Opensea, is that you can click on each NFT, and this is true, of course, for any NFT on Opensea, and it shows you, displays it. So each one is unique. This is what mine looks like, as I showed earlier. And again, if you're watching the podcast version of this, I think this is a good opportunity to go over to the YouTube version, which is in the playlist at whitneylauritsen.com/web3, just to get the visuals, or you can click on the links and come find this yourself. On Opensea, it displays the image of your NFT, and it tells you your number. So my Mempo is number 177, and it shows owned by. And all you see is like this little code, this little username, because I'm guessing that's because I haven't signed up for Opensea, and I'm going to do that during this recording, or attempt to at least. You can also see the price history, listings, offers. That would shift over time if I decided to sell it, list it, or I think if somebody offered to buy it. I don't know if the offers means that I'm offering it or someone else wants to get it from me. That remains to be seen. There's a description, and here's what mine, number 177, is described as: black, bloody, right banner armored samurai. Okay, again, black is not a color I would choose, nor would I choose something bloody, but maybe it's like bloody, or maybe it has blood on it. I don't know. Oh, and then you can go into properties. And so this is kind of neat. Like with NFTs, you can go and click on different properties within each of the different NFTs. So if you click on belted, for example, it'll show you all of the Mempos that have the belted property. This is kind of cool. And it'll even tell you the percentage of these Mempos that have this trait. So I guess only 2% of them have the black, bloody property like mine does. And only 12% of them are black. And it has some more information about the House of Mempo and some details. So I'm just kind of fascinated by this whole thing. And that's what leads me to signing up for Opensea, so that I can better understand this whole world that I have stumbled into. So I'm going to pull up my screen and just talk. I'm not going to share my screen because there might be some security issues with that, but I will just talk through the process of signing up for Opensea. So I guess I'll just go to opensea.io, and there's two options: to explore, to create. And then at the top there is, okay, somehow it automatically led to, and I can share this part of my screen. So, whoops, it disappeared. Here we go. The first thing it asked is to connect my wallet. So I have not set up a MetaMask wallet yet. Everybody raves about MetaMask. I feel like that's kind of the main platform that people use. I will not say which of the options I have, but you can choose from all of these different wallet providers, most of which I've never heard of before. I think I've heard of MetaMask, maybe Wallet Connect, Coinbase, and yeah, most of these I'm not very familiar with. So I'm going to choose my wallet behind the scenes. Let me stop sharing my screen here. And then hopefully I can do this. Since I'm streaming on TikTok, okay. I'm going to switch over to Chrome because a few days ago, while I was trying to work through my tech issues with these live streams, I started using the Brave browser and I'm obsessed with it. I don't know how many of you, here's another participation option. Do you use the Brave browser? Why or why not? Have you tried it out? Have you looked into it? Do you not know what it is? I am really liking it. It's much faster than Chrome. It's supposed to be more secure than Chrome. It's also very similar to Chrome. That's what took me so long to switch over, is I thought like I was going to lose all the benefits of Chrome, but it turns out that Brave has so many similarities. Okay. I actually don't think I need Chrome for this. The only downside is I'm slowly like bringing all of my stuff from Chrome over to the Brave browser. So I think that I'm going to use my phone. So I'm actually going to stop my TikTok broadcast. So for anyone watching on TikTok, if you want to keep watching, come on over to Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, whichever you prefer. They are all linked in my profile on TikTok. So if you go to whitneylauritsen.com/web3, you can keep watching this exact broadcast, or you can watch the recording later on. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to use my phone now so I can connect to Opensea. Okay. Ending my TikTok broadcast. Now I can use my phone. So I'm going to pull up my wallet, and that will allow me to get into this. So, okay. So you can scan a QR code. That's kind of cool. And that should link my wallet to Opensea. And let's see if it's as easy as that. I think it is. That's all it took. That was so fast and easy. This is what's really cool to me about Web3, crypto, NFT, Metaverse stuff, is like so much of it is connected. And once you're in the like infrastructure, like creating a wallet, a lot of this feels really easy to set up. So now I can go in and create a profile picture, I guess. So I have one in mind here. I don't know. I want to research more of the security of Opensea. Fortunately, I can ask my buddy Brian, who runs the NFT 365 podcast that I reference often. If you are looking for tips on NFTs, he is my number one resource right now, because similar to this, he actually inspired this show. He does a daily podcast. I think it's recorded live on Twitter Spaces, and I try to listen to it a few times a week at least, and I'm only up to like maybe 10 of his episodes, and he's launched it in November, so I have a long way to go. But every time I listen, I learn something really valuable, and it's really helped me understand and feel more confident about NFTs, and my aim is to do the same for you on this show. So this is also interesting about Opensea, is that even though I'm just setting up my Opensea account today, because I linked to it with my wallet, it shows that I joined in August 2021, which is when I set up my wallet. So that's interesting. It's taking a while to load my profile picture for some reason, which is also interesting. So maybe I'm going to move on. You can like set up banners and things. And one thing I don't understand is like, is the profile mostly if you're selling things on Opensea, or if you're just a user of it? it's running a little bit slow too. And so this leads me to something as it's literally just spinning around right now. So I don't even know what's happening. I'm going to try to refresh the page and see if it helps. But that leads me to a couple of things I want to address about Opensea. So the Mempo NFTs were supposed to launch a while ago, and they've had multiple dates that they kept missing for their mint. And this week, when they finally launched, technically today, but for the whitelist yesterday, they shared some links to some of the issues they were having with Opensea. And I guess the past week has been a bit of a nightmare. So I can share my screen as I'm trying to figure out all this stuff with my profile. So on CoinDesk, there's an article from January 28th that refers to this as Opensea's week from hell. The dominant NFT marketplace remains stubbornly hands-off in its approach to controversy. And I don't know what that means, but the article starts off by saying there's no question that Opensea, now far and away the most dominant non-fungible token marketplace, has been a success for its investors. And it goes into some of the value of it, how actually it was integrated directly into Twitter's new NFT verification mechanism, which I've mentioned before, but it's lonely at the top. As the industry's de facto one-stop shop for NFT, Opensea has attracted most of the criticism. The question of whether it's been a success for investors is probably less important for the health of the space than whether it's been a success for the creators it purports to serve. Ooh, this is interesting. So I guess there's been some issues. As of last week, traders started to notice NFTs selling for well below their asking prices. Some of them were like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is like one of the bigger NFTs around. So some of them, wow. I mean, I really recommend checking out this article from CoinDesk. I'll link to this in the YouTube recording. But that's pretty amazing. In this example, they said the cheapest token generally for Bored Ape is around $200,000, but one suddenly sold for less than $2,000 without the permission of its owner. And I guess this is an issue with Opensea. This is a very detailed article, and I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom to see what the conclusion is. And it ends with the company is only just starting to accept some level of responsibility for the plagiarism and exploitation it helped enable. Reimbursements and apology letters are a temporary band-aid, not a solution. So they must have been trying to work through all of this. This is fascinating. I'm going to read this article more later. And then another article came up for the blockcrypto.com about Opensea reimbursing users who sold NFTs below market value due to the user interface issue. And the quick take is that, as I mentioned, some users were seeing their NFTs get sold way below marketplace, and I guess that was market price due to the UI issue, and that's why they're reimbursing people. Okay, interesting. All right, so I refreshed my Opensea account and got an error. So let's see if I can get it back up. I don't know, being so new to it, why this is happening, but I'm going to keep going and let you know what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe it's, like I said, part of those issues. Maybe the whole user interface is struggling right now, but I'm mainly... It does not matter. I've been trying to like add my profile image, but that seems to be pretty unnecessary. Can I change my name? It just shows up as unnamed. And then it brought me back to connecting my wallet again. Okay, let me try. Maybe it lost the connection to my wallet. Maybe this is like, I don't know if every time you go into Opensea, you have to... Oh! Here's the reason. On my wallet, I was getting a signature request. So there you go. Okay, so it was my own issue. I did not check my phone. So when I went to Opensea, I scanned my QR code, and then Opensea changed, but I didn't look back at my phone, and it was requiring me to confirm in my wallet that I wanted to connect it. Okay, so yes, I can enter a username. I'm just going to use my standard username for now. Actually, I'm going to put a number at the end. just for security at the moment, and then I gotta find out. I mean, I kind of assume this is okay. I mean, this is the stuff that makes me nervous, like being a newbie, not wanting to disclose all my info, which sounds like a safe thing to do, but I'm gonna have to get back to you on this, and maybe my buddy Brian Fanzo will have some better tips to make sure that I stay secure. But I am able to put my profile image up, I think. It's still spinning a lot when I try to do that. Yep, there it is. And you can add a banner. Okay. Gotta find my banner. I love doing things like this. Another opportunity. So if you're joining late in the live, I'm giving opportunities to participate, which is if you want to leave comments and interact, I will reward you with some of my well coins. So I would love to know, do you have an Opensea account? Why or why not? And also, are you someone, when you're setting up accounts, do you like to like customize them a lot? This is this is something I really love to do. Like, I love putting banners. I love like writing every detail. Whereas some people, they just set up an account and they never change their profile picture. And there's no right or wrong. I just am fascinated, like, what makes, I can't even find the banner I want to use. What makes you want to customize something versus not? I'm going to do this later. There's a banner somewhere in some folder that I've been using a lot for social, anything Web3 related. Hopefully I can change my username. That just made me nervous too. It didn't say that I couldn't change it. And there's notifications. So now what I want to see, it was very simple to set all of this up. Again, I think because my wallet was already set up. Now I'm going to go over to my NFT. Aha, it automatically connected. So behind the scenes, complaints about the user interface and so many issues. Aha, so it does say, it has my username displayed there. What I was going to say is that Opensea is very easy to navigate and very clear. Okay. So hopefully I can change my username, because that's not something I would choose for myself. I just kind of gave it a temporary one, just in case I wanted to make it harder for people to find me. But I guess you could probably find me pretty quickly for anyone savvy on here. I just don't know. Like, what does it even say about me? It links to my social, which I put in there. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to play around. I'm actually kind of excited about this. So I'll play around more behind the scenes. I'll keep you posted. I'm going to reach out to Brian Fanzo, make sure that I've done everything to stay secure, and I'll keep you posted on how things go with the Mempo collection. What I really like about them is they've been very positive. There is a positive energy to the House of Mempo that I think drew me in. And the fact that they're trying to do things a little bit differently, they're super committed. I've been in their Discord for a while. They've been very transparent. Everything's been easy. And it's just made me feel good, even though, like, looking at the NFT, it's not something that I would like run out and buy normally. So I think it's kind of fun when you fall into something that doesn't feel like something you would normally do. It actually like broadens your horizons, you know? So I'm glad for that. And hopefully I've broadened your horizons today. Thank you so much for watching or listening, being part of the whole journey. My aim is just to keep you posted as I learn what I learn, sharing all this information. I feel like every day I get more and more excited about this series, and I'm just loving it. So hopefully you enjoy it today. Hopefully you enjoy it too. Today, I received a really sweet direct message from someone I've known through social media for years, who has just started watching the series. And And it just made me feel so good. And also, the very first day I did this series, I got an email from someone. And if it hadn't been for that email, who knows if I would have kept going, because those first 10 days were rough. And luckily, today it's only had one minimal tech issue. So, yeah, just my point being is that your participation and your feedback means the world. That's why I want to reward you. So, one last reminder: if you show up live and comment, if you send me a message or an email, if you ask a question or a topic request, leave a comment, like whatever you want to do to interact, I would love to send you over some of my coin on rally.io, which is called the Well coin. Completely no strings attached, just as a thank you for participating. Right now I don't have like a super strong system for that, so mainly it's just send me a message and I'll make sure you get some. If you leave a comment, you'll still need to send me a message because I can't keep track of all the comments super easily since I'm on so many different platforms. So that's there for you. I'm trying to ask more questions to make it easy for you to comment. And it could be as basic as like, yes, I have an Opensea account. That will count as getting some free Well coin. So hopefully you take advantage of it. Again, you can go to whitneylauritsen.com/web3, where all of the links to my platforms and my email and a place to enter your questions and topic requests, the audio only version of this, everything is there for you to make it easy. So check it out, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Bye.